echoing what Sarah said, tremendous job done by administrators and teachers and students. It was extremely well organized, the ones that I went to. I was also able to do a walkthrough at my partner school with Gordon and Greg at Birchland, and I was just so impressed with everything from the teaching to just the student engagement that we were able to. It was an excellent walkthrough, Birchland.
Yes, it was. Thank you. Emmanuel?
Had a big win Friday night. They won last week too. Their next home game's October 4th. Big Kids, Little Kids Nursery had their orientation Thursday, and they're starting their preschool tomorrow. And then October 4th is our club fair.
Excellent.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, we have an opportunity for visitors to address the committee, seeing none tonight. An update on the East Long Meadow High School construction project. Mr. Smith.
Okay. So on the screens and in your packet, I wanted to give the committee an update of sort of what took place this summer. You've seen some of the results, and if you were visiting us throughout the summer, you may have seen some of the moments in time as the whole campus transformed. So this is what we looked like just last year. This is a look overhead of the campus, what it did look like, and it's changing each day. That's ominous. This is where we're going. That's in a few years. Remember, the building, the new building will hopefully open for the 26-27 school year. And then the old building has to be demolished, and that's when they demolish the old building. That's when they start to reconfigure all the fields, predominantly the fields to the western side. So right after students left for the summer break, so they left on June 14th, we had equipment going on, I believe, Saturday, June 15th, and really rolling on that Monday, June 17th, and fencing went up all over the campus, both for safety, but also to mark out where the construction area was going to be, where new parking was going to be, and various locations. The biggest item that was installed, and it took quite a while, was they needed to do some paving to get a construction access road that starts now up on Maple Street and comes all the way around the perimeter and lands in the back where the construction zone is going on. And so that's all fenced off. That took quite a while, most of the summer. And now you have access that does not mix. If you've looked up front, this gives you some idea of the paving that they were doing throughout the summer. With that said, as they put all this in, they also gave us a crosswalk. So the field that remains out to the west, which right now is being utilized as a soccer field, and the one baseball diamond that's still functional, we actually have a crosswalk that staff can cross students as they're using either the baseball field or coming back from the baseball field back over to the soccer field. Otherwise, everything's fenced off. Thought I had a picture. That's what I was looking for. So I'm jumping ahead a little bit. So at the beginning of the school year, we had a brand new traffic pattern. You can see off in the distance, you see the new parking. That was the horseshoe. There was grass and some trees. Some trees have been maintained, but there are some trees, unfortunately, that as this project was going forward, had to be taken down. So all new parking for staff in the front. There is no longer any parking behind the building, which used to handle central office, used to handle visitors to central office. It used to also handle all custodians, food services, IT, and then after hours, it used to handle quite a few people who are coming on campus either for games, whether they be high school games or later in the evening recreation games. Going back, just to give you an idea of a lot of the preparation that's going on, they had to remove 2 underground oil tanks, which was no easy task. You can see how large, that's the larger of the 2 that were underground. that was taken out in July. They had to relocate utilities, so that was both a gas line, water line, and some of the electrical utilities were all relocated. We've seen that. And then just to sort of bring it all home, what Skanska continues to do for us is on the webpage, if you go to the district webpage, at the bottom of the page, you can click on the ELHS project, and that will bring you to the monthly updates. And there are live links in here for parent question, or excuse me, just consistent questions, Q&A, so to speak, and also links to a lot of the videos that were produced earlier and the previous meeting, if that's which LCAT always films for us. So if the building committee has met, there eventually will be a video of that meeting that will be up on this page, but also then up just on the page that captures for the town all the public meetings. Questions? So we are fully into construction of the new building, all the prep to get ready to place this summer.
Gordon, is it possible, so that construction look ahead month of September 2024, like that section up top? Is it possible to like connect with the reminder and see if they would
Sure.
lift that and have that
Part of-
printed once a month, like in the paper?
Sure. See what they can do.
Once every 2 months?
Once every 6 months, maybe.
Just thinking for those who aren't necessarily up to date with the website,
Mhm.
but do lean into the local
Yeah,
publication.
I can check with the reporter that usually I think they watch all our school committee meetings, and they're the ones then will generate the article that comes out about anything that the school committee is deciding.
Emmanuel, are you finding distractions from the construction at all?
Sometimes mainly gym class, because sometimes like the ball goes over the court and then they gotta go get it. But
Okay.
other than that, not really,
The noise isn't too bad yet in the classrooms?
not really.
Say, okay,
That's
great,
good.
thank you.
Any of your walls shaking?
I was just saying the vibration. Are off.
I've been here when it's shaking, yeah. Okay, excellent. Thank you for the update.
Sure.
We have purchased an installation of a vape detection system at ELHS.
Yeah, so in your packet, you'll see that Mr. Page, principal of the school, is asking for a vape detection system, which is 4 vape detection systems and 2 corresponding monitoring cameras. And how this came about, is that they have done like a pilot program, kind of working with IT department, and they really weren't sure what was going to happen, in all honesty. It's kind of one of those things. It has been a great success. They have detected like right away, like boom, boom, like four students, and it became very, very apparent that this is something that they're very interested in. Came to Mr. Smith and myself about funding for it, and we suggested it be brought forward to the school committee to perhaps be purchased by school choice funds. This is one of those one-off purchases. He does let you know that there is an annual fee for it, but he will fund that in his operating budget.
So as part of the safety and security discussion for the new building, vape detection was something that was discussed and vetted out with a security consultant, because we had not been hearing great results with vape detection systems. And so I think because we have a new building project going, this group that the security consultant recommended was willing to do a trial with us currently. And just as Mrs. Blair said, it was really successful. It's always the time lag that makes the systems challenging, because they may detect something, but by the time the administrator gets it and then gets to the area where it was detected, it's gone. Now it's in combination with detection on the interior of the bathroom and then a camera that's set up outside the bathroom. So if the system goes off inside the bathroom, then the camera is also part of that alert. So that gets time stamped so that you're able to backtrack and see who went in, who came out when the detection system went off. And you have a much better chance of being successful with
And so that those cameras, I believe, do not run constantly. It's just triggered when the alarm goes off. Yeah.
So that was the question. So it's like a motion detector. Once the cameras are triggered.
As far as we understand it, yeah.
Once they're activated inside the bathrooms, then the cameras will.
Cameras activated, right?
And they'll run for a period of time just for the purpose of being.
That is my understanding. Yes, correct.
The administrators at the high school are ecstatic about it. It's made their job much easier. People have been asking about vape detection for our bathrooms for a number of years. And the history that we've had from what we've heard from buildings that have used them, it hasn't been all that successful. So we have not necessarily gone after. We had done some research, but we haven't gone after it and invested in it. This came to us as a free trial.
Right, because we talked about it a few years back, I remember, and there wasn't great, talk about it. And like I said, this was and right away, they knew that this was something they were very interested in. So still began to work with Ryan to get, more quotes and talk about what they could do. And
I think our middle school might be interested in doing a trial as well.
When it,
that might be coming forward.
oh,
So
I was saying, no, when it comes time to move into the new building, would the equipment that's been purchased be able to be repurposed at like the middle school?
I believe so. Oh, at the middle school. Well, if the middle school may jump in and want to do it now.
I think the new stuff will be put in the new building.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is probably a short term.
This would be a short.
That's what I mean, like when the new stuff
Could
is
it be
put in,
used
could you
elsewhere?
take stuff that already exists here and put it somewhere else since we're doing our own installation?
Possibly. I would have to check with the vendor. So I
So
think they would do the installation and so they would have to. Are we installing?
IT is.
IT is.
Oh, IT is doing it.
Yep, yep.
Maybe. Okay.
That's why I was curious because
Yeah.
if
Well, that makes
we
sense.
purchase the equipment and our IT department is installing it, could they then remove it when the new equipment is put into the new building? And then that could be,
Yeah, 2 years away,
just because it is only going to be 2 years.
not even at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
so who has access to the cameras?
Only the administrators have access to the cameras. Yeah.
And you're asking for two school choice funds? We're gonna,
That's what I am recommending. I ran a report before this meeting and there is over $700,000 in that account.
and
We talked about those one-offs, different projects that would help the school. So it made sense to me.
Were students made aware of the vape detectors being piloted and the cameras?
That I do not know. It's only in one bathroom currently.
And would this? be
Manny,
the
was there any announcement?
bathrooms?
There wasn't an announcement. Like I saw it. I saw a little camera in there.
Not the camera inside, just the
On the outside.
detector on the outside. Okay.
But there wasn't like an announcement.
There was not an announcement. Okay.
Did word get out?
I mean, like the kids that got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Totally.
Word got out pretty quick.
And that's the point, right? To try to deter use in the first place.
Yeah, unfortunately, vapes are probably one of our bigger challenges with the student body.
And I was surprised to hear that it is at a younger age because like I just said, I wouldn't be surprised if Birchland Park comes back in the near.
Oh, Birchland, really?
Yeah, that's what they're very interested in this now.
Huh.
Yeah. So that total amount is $6,318 that we are asking.
Any other questions about this system or the funds used to pay for it?
That wouldn't be all of the bathrooms, though. It would still be a select.
It'd be I think they're looking to do 4, am I right?
Yeah, it says 4.
So it'd be your 4 probably highest used bathrooms.
Okay, so, okay, question then. 4 bathrooms with 4 vape detectors, but only 2 cameras? Did I miss something?
It is what it's saying.
Or are they just saying like a boys and girls bathroom, 1 camera covers that, and then another boy and girl?
Perhaps that's exactly.
That might
what it
help.
is.
Yeah.
Okay,
And I can follow up to give you additional details on that.
Says the job, as we understand, is to provide for Halo smart vape detector and security sensor and 2 matching cameras. Which matches the width.
Yeah.
I would venture to guess it's probably 2 in each restroom, but I don't know for sure.
I think they're,
Can you get an answer from Ryan?
yeah,
Just
we
come
can,
back
we'll
with
get
it?
an answer.
We
Yep.
can certainly approve it, right? Yeah, okay. Any other questions?
If they're, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if the bathrooms are located next to each other. Usually aren't they located next to each other,
Like the one that the camera is right now,
guy's room and.
that one's right next to each other.
Yeah, okay. The one camera, just as you were thinking,
Yep.
might capture both.
Both.
But you wouldn't have the sensor in both.
Yes, right. Okay, take a motion including the funding source, please.
I'd like to make a motion to purchase and install the vape detection systems at ELHS using the what funds for it?
School choice.
School choice funds.
Second.
Motion by Antonella, second by William. Any other discussion?
Do we need to adjust any policies then to reflect our monitoring system and then,
I don't believe so, because we already acknowledged that we have cameras on site.
okay.
This, I think, parents are gonna be happy about this. They've been,
No, I'm not, just more. thinking
students,
about-
not me.
Uh-huh.
But I can double check that though, because we do have the fact that cameras are on site. It's a good question.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, those opposed, nay. That motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on, we have 7.1, review and discuss policy recommendations for section A of the policy manual.
Okay, so this actually is the final policy of all the policies that the Diversity and Equity Steering Committee looked at, and over the course of pretty much, I want to say from January through June, put a lot of work into researching and looking at how we can create more welcoming, more supportive and inclusive environment, at least from a policy standpoint that sets up hopefully the structure from which we all operate. And so this is in section J, which is basically the section that deals with students. And this would be a new policy. It's around equitable educational opportunities. And basically it's looking at making sure that one, we're including all of our students and our entire community, and that we're making sure people understand that everyone has access to not only the curriculum, but all the programs that we offer. And then it also connects with policies around instructional materials, in that as we do reviews of our curricular materials, we're looking at how are we representing the many perspectives and voices that really make up not only our community, but communities around us, and really, for that matter, the Commonwealth and the entire country.
Questions or comments? And take a motion, folks are ready?
To make a motion to accept the policy recommendation for section J of the policy manual from the ELPS, Diversity and Equity Steering Committee.
keep going.
Policy JBB, equitable educational opportunities.
Thank you. Motion made by Antonella,
Second?
second by Amy. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. That carries 5-0.
We'll work on these updated both online and then put all the policies that have been approved over the last few meetings out in a notice to the entire EPS community so that people are aware that not only the work that you're doing, but also the work that the Diversity and Equity Steering Committee are doing as well.
Okay. Great. Next up, 7.2, requests from Rays of Hope to use the high school parking lot Sunday, October 27th.
This is the Rays of Hope group, their annual request for that Sunday when they have the Rays of Hope walkathon, just to use our parking lot for all the participants. They can meet here and then they use a bus to go over to the Forest Park area where the actual walkathon takes place.
Questions, comments? Motion.
Motion to approve the use of the East Long Meadow High School parking lot on Sunday, October 27th, 2024 for the Rays of Hope walk.
Thank you. Motion made by Amy,
Second.
second by Antonella. Can we open the building for them for that?
They've never requested the building be open.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, nay. That carries 5-0.
We'll let them know.
School committee, subcommittee and role assignments, since we have a new member, we thought we'd bring back the assignments, specifically the assignments that Kate had prior. If anyone just wants to peruse those over real quick. We could certainly open it for discussion. William and I have discussed already. Sarah was wondering if she could take the collaborative committee, seeing as it meets at 7 a.m. That might work.
Yep.
Anyone else interested in any of Kate's others?
I can take the warrant.
Yeah, okay. We'll probably put William and you maybe, just so he has an opportunity to look at it.
Yeah, probably he can take it.
It'll be-
It's fine.
Yeah. And we'll take Amy off for a little bit.
Okay.
We all, like we said, we all jump on, like,
I know.
Antonella will do it anyway today, but. So we'll make that change. And Safe Schools. And the LPVC Board of Directors Corporation.
That's
right, William, okay. And the Policy Review Committee with Amy, she's on that as well, so, okay. Everybody cool with those? So we make those 3 changes and
Needs to
move,
be updated though. I'm still listed as the vice chair under budget and finance.
oh yeah, okay.
That's me.
And we know when and how often diversity and equity steering committee is going to meet.
Once we get rolling, if we can start in November, then we try to go once a month.
And we'll pick a time and then plot that out for the rest of the time, yeah.
Looking at not only bringing all these policies out, but also working some more professional development for the leadership team around this work. And then hopefully from some of that will help us give us, as well as our equity audit, just to continue looking at those results. What should the committee focus on for the year?
Okay.
So the changes would be warrant review, William and Sarah, corporation, William, Safe Schools, Sarah, William, collaborative, Sarah, and budget finance, Antonella, vice chair. Do you have those, Samantha? Okay.
And policy revision.
Also, yeah.
I'm sorry. And policy revision as well for William. And I would take a motion to make those official, please.
I make a motion to approve the school committee, subcommittee and role assignments for 2020, 2025,
As discussed.
as discussed.
Excellent. Motion made by Amy, seconded by William. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, nay. That carries 5-0. And finally, this evening, we have approval of Maple Shade third grade field trip to the Story Barn in Somers, Connecticut, October 18th.
Right, so in your packets, you see a letter from Mr. Martin, principal of Maple Shade, outlining their field trip for October 18th to head out around 9:30 and be back at 1 o'clock with 11 adults chaperoning.
William, all field trips that leave the state come to the school committee. Those that stay in state, we don't see. Yep.
You're welcome to see them.
Yeah. Not hiding anything. Any questions, comments? And a motion, please.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the Maple Shade third grade field trip to the Story Barn in Somers, Connecticut on October 18th, 2024, from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Motion made by Antonella. Second by William. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, nay. That motion carries 5-0. And with that, we have come to the conclusion of our meeting. Jamie, thank you so much for recording. Emmanuel, thank you for being here today, as always. And I would entertain a motion to adjourn, please.
Still move.
Had to think about that one, huh?
I was waiting for Sarah.
Motion made by
I was
Antonella,
waiting for Sarah to.
Second.
second by Amy. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, nay. That carries 5-0. Thank you. We are adjourned.